And when you started, you were a BBW.
Yes.
So how did you get started in that path?
So I was bartending at that time, and I was, at a strip club. I was a bartender, and it was like nothing special, but very lucrative for me because my whole career will speak this way, is that I just make connections with my members and my clients, and that lasts. Mm-hmm. It's not a short relationship where it's like, here's your drink, see you later. It's like, let's talk. And they come back. So I was bartending, and then I met this couple, and I really think this couple, they wanted me to like be a part of them, like a threesome or something like that. And then I didn't really want to do that at that time, but then they did talk to me about what she did for a living. And she's like, okay, I'm on this webcam site. You should try it. I'm like, okay, like, I'm one to try anything. And I'm very like, obviously I want to make money and do well. So I said, okay, let's try it. And I tried it, even though they were terrible scam artists.
I'm sorry.
But the thing is, I got the best of them before they could get the best of me.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
So that's great. But like, there was a knack for it, and I logged in as a bigger girl. I never thought I would make any money. Even they said, you're never going to make money until you look like a skinny blonde college girl. And I was like, okay, let me see. And then when I went online, it was night and day. Like I couldn't even believe it. I was working at a great job, like head office, trainer, benefits, everything. I quit.
How soon after? Like pretty soon?
Probably 2.5 weeks after.
Wow.
Because it was a great job and I loved it. But the nature of this beast was like, wow. And I'm like, and I never look at myself that way because I was always a very confident BBW.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have posed. Imagine if you're a bigger girl and you're not confident, you're not going to spread your legs that are like really thick and cellulite and all that for a magazine. I didn't care. And I was like, okay, let's go. And the fact that there was instant success, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And so I just took that and ran with it.
So then how long after you started doing camming because was Score your first professional shoot?
Voluptuous and Excel.
Okay.
So
the Score
part
group.
of the Score group. Yeah. So that was crazy. And I didn't realize how many people loved Voluptuous and Excel girls. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, and my brother's friends are like in the store seeing his sister on a magazine. It was like, I said, sorry, but it is what it is. But it was really cool to feel like I could just be myself at that weight and not worry. Mm-hmm. And that was such a relief.
Yeah.
There's that feeling when you're all feeling that the world's going to judge you. But then when you just be yourself and people love you for it, that's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah. Well, and I think one of the things that really stood out to me when I first saw your photos was actually your smile. Because you had such a big bright smile.
Thank you.
That other models will smile, but it feels a little more forced, or it doesn't feel as authentic. Whereas yours always felt like you just were happy to be there and you were having a good time.
I am.
Yeah.
I always say don't do stuff if you don't love it.
Yeah.
So there'll be times where obviously I'm not just this positive person every time. Life gets the best of us, but I won't go online if I'm like not feeling that vibe.
Yeah.
And also I'll make sure, like, if I am online and, I'm not really happy, I'll just put my boobs in the camera so no one sees my face. So I can still deliver.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, without them seeing, like, I might be not in the best mood. But I don't want ever my fans to feel a lack of that beautiful experience that we share together.
Well, that's nice because, being that considerate towards their experience, because obviously
I wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah. So the prospect of getting naked you had no problems with.
See, back then I had no idea what this was about, like the webcam world. And then when I got into it, I found that me as a person, I have an intuitive like personality, and I just kind of know. And I'm like, this is not just boobs and showing your body parts. This, for me, I created girlfriend experiences.
Yeah,
I have relationships now. From the day I started.
Really?
Many of them.
Wow.
It's insane. Like, and they've gone through their lives and I've gone through my life. To this day, they'll still come into my room when I'm on camera, and we built great friendships. So I think because I got in early in the game, let's say in the webcam game.
Because this was before Chatterbait, My Free Cams,
oh my gosh, I could never do like My Free Cam. It was way before that, and I'm just so happy. I felt like I had the opportunity to take the webcamming industry and make it my own, and I did that the way I saw it, and it worked, and it still works. So I'm
and it
happy.
sounds like there weren't a lot of other BBWs doing it at the time because they were being told that they were there.
There were a lot of BBWs, but I feel like it went like under the radar. Do you know how many beautiful, gorgeous BBWs are out there? Like, and that. Like a thinner, skinnier girl would think that they're not making money, but they're making money. The BBWs are making money and they're doing well. It's just that other people couldn't imagine or fathom that somebody like bigger with curves could make money. And that the stigma behind that really irritated me.
Yeah.
And I was ready to change that.
I think part of me has a theory that with the emergence of the webcam, I want to say experience that allowed for people that liked certain body types to actually be able to go meet and discover women that they actually really liked, because now you had something where, because print magazines were limited by who they shot.
Yes, exactly.
So, and I think like XL and I think they only published 4 issues of that a year as opposed to 12 like they did with Score and Voluptuous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed like with the emergence of camming that now it's like whether you have, whether you're bigger, whether you have a lot of tattoos, whether, whatever your look is, you can find people that really like it.
There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and there's stuff that I do that I never would have thought that I would have done, like silly stuff, like even the silly stuff, like eating on camera or like, all of that. I know when I was bigger, people really like that. I'm like, okay. Like I'm not someone who judges, and I'm not someone who, I don't care. Like I'm very free. So if somebody wants that, okay, as long as it's a boundary that is reasonable.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But if it's something that's not in my wheelhouse, I'm going to say, sorry, I don't do that.
Yeah. And it seems like you've done pretty well. So it didn't cost you too many potential fans.
I feel like, I was very, very scared. I was pre-diabetic. And the doctor's like, you got to lose weight. I didn't even think of my health at that point. I said, I can't lose the weight. I'm going to lose all my fans. That's the first thought that crossed my mind, not my health or anything.
Yeah.
But thank goodness I had to do it. There was I would say there was like a 5% hate group that was like, how could she lose weight? She's betraying us. Like really angry, really mean people. But then it turned out for me that it was wonderful because I was able to retain so many of my fans and then also gain a new fan group. But my intention was never to lose weight because I wanted to be acknowledged by the people that loved a thin crowd. It was just, I had to do that for my health, and I'm thankful I made that decision. My health has to come first.
Yeah, of course.